Lambert, believe you've had your last drink.
You're just jealous you didn't think of it first, but is that any reason to spoil it for us?
More
I don't
like...
have the strength to argue.
Of course you don't, cream puff. Bet I could take you with one finger.
Hey, relax, Lambert.
Wanna fight? Huh? Wanna? Come on.
Good night.
Yeah, we really do not want to mess around with the Megascope and dealing with mages. God knows what we might ruin.
Damn. What a dream.
Well, seems after all that fun, Vesemir didn't succeed.
See everyone's up and at 'em.
And reeking of booze. That hat was a memento, Lambert.
Relax, old man. It'll come out in the wash.
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later. Let's get to work.
Yeah. Vesemir, did you learn anything at all on your trip?
Vesemir, learn anything?
While you were out hunting forktails and playing with the Megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently. While falling asleep, he'd pause awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something. A sigh or a moan, and it wasn't Uma's voice.
All right. I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier. Have the boys told you what we plan to do?
Yes, don't like it one bit, but I suppose I have to trust you.
Don't have any other choice. Also, thought that table was long gone. I mean, we've seen one of these tables very recently, but yeah.
Thought we got rid of that table ages ago.
Must be 50 years since I last saw sad Albert. Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how old people are.
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torture devices.
Yeah, fun. So we now truly know that Sad Albert is the table. That's kinda sad. Either way, what now?
Right. So what now?
We can begin. We need only brew the potions.
Wait. Why couldn't we...
Do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after they're brewed. Satisfied? Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of spirit.
No. After last night,
And disinfect the tools.
Yeah,
Well,
no drinking.
chop, chop.
No drinking at this point in time.
You don't know who's trapped in Uma's body. How did you figure the proportions?
Performed a series of complex calculations, extrapolated some data, ran simulations.
Meaning you guessed.
Well, guesswork is as good as any that we got right now. So, gather the necessary ingredients and brew the decoction of the grasses. Also, can we please get rid of the Ekimara on the table? It's starting to stink. Forktail, spinal fluid, manticore, poison gland. I would have loved to fight a manticore. Albino bruxaton. That's pretty rare stuff, I'd imagine. Dear oh dear. Favel Elen. Traveling via Geralt's most beloved means of transport, teleportation, Yennefer reached Kaer Morhen first and immediately started bossing everyone around. Not only did she divvy out chores to the witches like a schoolmarm whipping lazy pupils into order, she also refused to reveal any details of her plans. Though Geralt was not exactly charmed by this behavior, he knew he had to help her for Ciri's sake. Brew the decoction of the grasses. which I'm assuming is with alchemy. Yup. The decoction of the grasses used to begin a process by which a normal human body is mutated into that of a witcher. Honestly, let's hope that this works and doesn't actually kill Uma. Oh dear. Are we ready? Because if so,
Potion's ready.
let's do it.
Tools, too.
Good. Vesemir?
Pokeweed extract to deaden the pain. I know. Done this before.
Eskel. Make the incisions in his veins. Insert the tubes. Geralt, place the potion vials in the feeders.
Ready.
Let's hope this works.
Open the valves. It doesn't matter in which order.
Administer Modest Tear, administer Wild Dry Juice, Spear Grab Sap. Modest Tear it is. Oh
The
god.
hookweed work?
If it hadn't, the pain would have sent him into shock, killed him.
So, everything's going smoothly.
No, but it's within known norms.
Which is insane.
Administer the next potion.
This feels like a bad idea. What if we kill Uma? Then we have nothing, no further leads. At all.
Listen, we should stop this.
Then Uma dies. Very painfully.
Yennefer's right.
Open the next valve.
Okay, Spear Grab Sap. I'm so sorry, Uma.
I'd hoped I would never have to watch this again.
Why'd you keep the table then?
Geralt, next potion.
Wild Dry Juice. We can't stop. I really hope this will work. I hope this is worth it.
Finn.
And to realize that this has happened to normal
What now?
kids being turned into
Now
witchers.
we wait for the potions to do their work. Might take a day, might take more.
You need only wait. True. But I must maintain the stabilizing spell. Uma's body is not nearly as resilient as a young candidate witch's. Without this, he...
Ugh. We'll wash that off later.
Eskel, I'm sorry. Would you mind?
Getting some rags? On it.
Thanks.
I can't believe we're doing this.
We've
Wiping
become
vomit
pretty
off the floor?
desperate.
No. The trial. If that's Ciri in there, she could come out of this crippled, wrong in the head, just emotionless. Thought about that?
Yeah. But Yen knows what she's doing. I'm sure of it. And likewise, we don't really have a choice, do we? I trust Yen. She knows what she's doing.
I trust Yen. She knows what she's doing. Don't doubt that. But do we know what she's doing? She tell you how likely this is to work?
Gentlemen, the floor's as clean as it'll ever be. And I need to be wiped down as well. No offense, but I'd rather Geralt did it.
Understood. I'd prefer that too.
Yes. Uma's body is disintegrating from the inside. Once that's complete, we'll need to reform it, or he'll die. You witches were given mutagens. We will use spells.
Hey, Yen, you're dozing off.
No, just resting my eyes.
Yeah, it's called sleeping.
Then do something to keep me awake.
Pinching's apparently effective.
Later, perhaps. For now, talk to me. Tell me a story.
Sure thing. Heard about my time ice skating with Siri? I've told you about Dandelion buying me a sword. Let's talk about Siri. Have you ever heard about my time ice skating with her?
Heard about the time Siri and I went ice skating?
No, not that I recall.
The winter she trained here. Couple months in, she started complaining I was too harsh a teacher. Brushed it off at first. Then she asked me to go skating with her. Didn't really want to. I'd never been before. But she insisted. As soon as we hit the ice, she started skating circles around me, hollering, "No, not like that. Footwork. One, then the other. Crossover. No, wrong.
Wow.
Break with the heel of your skate, not the toes." Needless to say, from then on,
He's awake. It's time. Time to lift the curse. Prepare the phylactery. Never severe. Caniatad. Nevid. Savir. Kowal. Arriva. Endir. No. No, I won't let you. Geralt, yellow flask, in my satchel.
Quiet. Listen.
Kowal. Kowal. Kaniatad.
Nevid Severe. Kowal, Kaniatad. Nevid. Arriva. Endir. Geralt, the phylactery, open it. Kaniatad. Taran Anade. Dis.
And let's keep that curse in his box forevermore.
Havelock?
You know him?
Yes. An elf. An owl. A sage.
Where is Ciri?
The Isle of Mists. But it's not... She's not safe. The hunt.
What does the hunt want from her? What exactly?
The hunt. What's it want from Ciri?
Her blood. Elder blood. To open the gate.
For the
We
White
cannot.
Frost?
We cannot allow this.
No, clearly not. The Isle of Mists. Never heard of it. Where is that?
Isle of Mists. Where is it?
Everywhere. And nowhere.
Listen, Sage. We didn't lift that curse to play riddles with you.
Yvain. Arwen. Siren. In Skellige. Follow it into the mists. Hurry. Hurry. I tried to protect her. But the curse. The hunt has not found the Isle as yet. 'Tis a matter of time. They will detect her.
Enough, Geralt. He's not yet free of death's grip.
No. Is he going to recover, though?
Is he gonna make it?
I can't. No. You saw? Not all went as planned. I lifted the curse, but
The trial has wrought havoc in his body. Violently twitching fingers, pupils that don't react to the light. Seen it many times before, too many.
toxins have permanently damaged his nervous system.
Damn.
Even if he does pull through. Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay, so Ciri is on this Isle of Mist. I have to follow the light that he used. But if we get Ciri, the Wild Hunt is going to find her instantly. Well, whatever the case would be, I'm going after Ciri.
I'm going to get Ciri.
Hold up. Don't you think you owe us some answers? How do you know this Avila? What's Ciri been doing with him?
Yennefer can tell you. Just keep an eye on him. He's not a friend.
Perhaps not, but Ciri apparently trusted him. We should at least take his words seriously.
That is
You heard
true.
what he said. Take Ciri from that Isle of Mists, and the hunt will pick up her trail immediately. What then?
Very good question. Do you have any suggestions as to what we do?
What's your suggestion?
Ciri can't flee forever. One day she'll stumble.
Exactly.
And she won't get a second chance. Time we, the hunted, became the hunters. Geralt will find Ciri and bring her here. And the hunt will follow. They'll expect to catch us by surprise. And they'll be sorely disappointed.
We plan to fight them. We five? In a crumbling castle?
Do we have a choice? Besides delaying the inevitable?
Pretty boy could try to round up a few others who know how to swing a sword.
Or wield magic?
We might know a few. I'll gather allies. We'll make a stand here at Kaer Morhen. We'll be prepared. We'll know that the Wild Hunt is coming. It's a long shot, but we can do this. I'll try and gather allies.
Fine. I'll get Ciri and recruit some allies. Bring everyone here. Got a few favors I can call in.
Any good-looking women in that batch?
Mm-hmm. Exclusively.
And in the meantime, while I'm trying to do that, what will you be doing? Are you going to prepare the castle to withstand a siege?
And you? What do you plan to do?
I've Avila to care for. He's certain to die without gentle, gradual magic treatment. There's hope if I help him. Not much, but better than naught.
We'll take it.
Boys and I'll consider how we should greet our uninvited guests.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Good luck, Wolf. And give Cirilla our love.
Come back quickly, Geralt.
I'll try not to delay for too long. The person hiding within the creature of Uma turned out to be Avalach, a powerful elven sage whom Geralt had encountered during his previous adventures. Breaking his curse proved extraordinarily difficult, and though the treatment succeeded, they had deposited the elf on the brink of death. Luckily, he still had a sound mind in his tattered body and was able to pass on the message that they had waited so long to hear. Ciri was alive. Avalach had hidden her from the Wild Hunt on the Isle of Mists, a place tucked outside of time and space. Yet even there she was not truly safe, and sooner or later the wraiths would find her. It was clear to everyone that fleeing and hiding once more would only delay the inevitable. Geralt thus decided to fetch Ciri from the Isle of Mists, and with her and his friends at his side, give fight to her pursuers. Which now brings us on the path of the Isle of Mists. Talk to friends who could help you defeat the hunt and ask them to join your fight, and then go to Skellige. After a long search, Geralt was at last a step from his goal. Avalach had hid Ciri from the hunt on the magical Isle of Mists, which could only be reached if fate deemed one worthy, or by following a magic firefly, which was decidedly the easier option. Geralt thus readied himself to sail to the isle and bring back Ciri, which leaves us with brother-in-arms Novigrad. A direct fight against Eredin and the Wild Hunt had become inevitable, and Geralt knew he could never defeat them alone. He thus decided to seek out allies, and his first steps took him to Novigrad. We helped Triss finish what she had to do in Novigrad, so Triss will certainly be on our side. We've got to recruit Zoltan, Roach, and Dijkstra. In Skellige, we need to talk to Ermion, Krak, and Ceres. Hjalmar we have helped, and I guess Ceres we have also helped. We have resolved the matter of the succession of the Skellige throne, so nowhere in the world can one find warriors braver than those born in Skellige. And thus Geralt set off to those isles in his hunt for allies to stand with him against the Wild Hunt. And brothers-in-arms Nilfgaard, not entirely sure if this is fitting for brothers-in-arms, as we have to talk to Yennefer and Rhys. Geralt realized the fight against Eredin and his soldiers would most likely be the most difficult challenge he had ever faced. In addition, the stakes were higher than ever before. This time he was not fighting for his own life, but for that of Ciri and, by extension, the entire world. Since extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary measures, the Witcher decided to swallow his pride and go to the Emperor of Nilfgaard for help. And likewise there we have brothers-in-arms Velen talk to Keira Metz and help Keira take care of business in Velen, which we luckily have already done. The one person in Velen who could help Geralt battle the Wild Hunt was Keira Metz. The Witcher hoped their long-standing relationship and the sorcerer's concern for the fate of the world would incline her to take part in the battle. Though Keira might come off as haughty and self-obsessed to some, in her heart of hearts she was completely different. Geralt knew which chord to pluck in order to get her to agree to help, and after their conversation the sorcerer promised to stand and fight at Kaer Morhen. Did she though? I mean, we mostly just said, go to Kaer Morhen, you'll be safe there. Same with our old Witcher friend, of whom I've forgotten her name. I'm very sorry, I'm horrible at remembering names. But I guess they just haven't made their way to Kaer Morhen just yet. Hopefully they will be there in time though, once the fireworks start. And I guess that now we also know the identity of the mysterious elf, Avalach. The being trapped within Uma's tortured husk turned out to be Avalach, the powerful sage of the Enel elves. Geralt had made his acquaintance years before. Already during these prior encounters, Avalach had displayed an intense and, frankly, rather unnerving interest in the Elder blood and its bearer, Ciri. His exact motives were unclear at the time, and he had made no particular effort to explain them to Geralt. Geralt likewise had no idea what bound Ciri and the elf now. There was no doubt Avalach had helped her, had saved her numerous times from the Wild Hunt, but why? Alas, the sage, quivering on the razor's edge between life and death, offered no answers to Geralt's burning questions. He did, however, muster enough strength to utter a crucial piece of information: Ciri's location. And I guess that thus means we need to return back on the road again. But where to go first? From Kaer Morhen, I'd say we ride as quickly as we can all the way to Novigrad. We don't have to go to Velen, so we can go from Novigrad straight to the Royal Palace in Vizima, ask the Emperor for help, and then work our way towards the Skellige Isles. And once we found everyone who we might be able to recruit to help us out, and send them all the way to Kaer Morhen, then we'll be able to collect Ciri. Or at least, that's the hope. So for now, to Novigrad, we ride. However, if I'm going to ride all the way back to Novigrad, and then all the way back to Vizima, and then ride all the way towards the coast and set sail all the way to the Skellige Isles again, I, sure as hell, am going to need all the supplies for myself and Roach that I can get. Yes, this is totally an excuse to loot, but I did require one. Hi? Monstrum, A Portrayal of Witches, Volume 2? Okay.
Monstrum, or a portrayal of witchers. Somebody's notes on the first page.
Interesting. Which also reminds me, The Witch's Forge. I still have that Necronomicon book. Still got a little bit of reading to do before I depart. The Necronomicon. To think that man appeared on an empty world and gained mastery over it unchallenged is as foolish as thinking the world will cease to exist after man's passing. Before the first humans set foot on our world, it was inhabited by beings superior to men in terms of wisdom, strength, and every other virtue. The beings I have in mind still exist in our present time, though they do not exist in a sphere available to human understanding. They occupy no dimension known to us. Where they live can best be described as a space between worlds. At times, one can sense their presence through a sudden unknown scent or a strange feeling of anxiety with no apparent cause. A wind which blows in several directions at once is another example of this subtle manifestation in our realm. There exist various imaginings of what these creatures might look like, yet these have nothing to do with reality, for man is incapable of conceiving something which he has not seen, even in his wildest nightmares. The greatest horror these beings brings comes precisely from their indefiniteness and lack of concrete form. Yet it would be a mistake to think that a formless creature is necessarily harmless. The power they possess is sufficient to lay waste to a forest, level a city, or whip an entire sea into froth and waves. Today, man is master of the world, but only for a short while. They await patiently and will soon arise and regain their one-time glory. This is as certain as dawn follows dusk, and dusk then follows again soon after, to drown everything once more in darkness. Not the subject matter I expected from a Necronomicon, but awesome. But that brings us to Monstrum, or Portrayal of Witches, Volume 2. For it is well known that when a witcher inflicts torment, suffering, and death, he experiences a semblance of pleasure and delight, the kind a normal and righteous man only feels when performing his martial duties with his spouse, ibidem cum ejaculatio. Well, okay then. From this, it clearly follows that the Witcher is, in the very matter of his being, a defiler of nature, an immoral and loathsome degenerate, born from the darkest and rankest depths of hell, for only one such as the devil himself can derive pleasure from suffering and torment. But there be a note in the margin. The book is a key. The mind's near Kiamorn. The book Monstrum, or Portrayal of Witches, Volume 2, you mean? Or you mean the notes themselves?
Notes
from the
describe how to open
book.
a passage in the mine. Might be worth seeing what's down there.
The Witch's Forge. Are you telling me? Bloody hell, you are telling me. The Witch's Forge, go to the mine in Kaer. Put the tome on the pedestal. I knew I was missing something. Wasn't expecting this to be the thing, but happy to have found it. While poking around in the forgotten recesses of Kaer Morhen, Geralt happened across an illusory wall. He removed the illusion behind it and found a copy of the tome Monstrum, or Portrayal of Witches. I didn't find an illusion here. This tract had caused him no end of trouble, and he would have tossed it onto the fire at once, if not for the intriguing handwritten notes on the first page. There was no illusory wall here. It was just laying right here. Was there an illusory wall here? If so, I didn't open anything, that's for sure. Either way, with the place almost entirely cleaned up and looted dry and me having gathered supplies, that's it. I'd say it's time to move on. And yeah, we will have to travel south anyway in order to go into the unknown and whatnot, so it's on the way there. We can make a small stop back at the iron mine. As long as Roach doesn't mind the fact that he will have to haul even more goods along with him. I'm sure Roach will survive. And if memory serves me well, the mine entrance was somewhere around here, I think. Yup, it was right over here. Alright, Roach, you just wait here. There might be wolves around. If they appear, do kick them in the face. You're a strong horse, you know what to do. Or run, whatever you prefer. Whatever the case may be. Also, I forgot to go up here last night, or last time, not last night. But there's nothing there anyway. Either way, I seriously hope that this golem has not returned, because I swear I am not looking forward to fighting with that golem again. Bloody annoying beast. But I don't hear anything, so...
Notes say I gotta place the book in the right spot.
Which would be right over here, which explains... Well, does it explain it? Hi? Well, apparently the wolf from before rammed his face against the wall and died. I'd say that's good riddance. That's what happens when you mess around with the neighbors. Either way, place the book here.
Medallion's humming. There's magic here.
Yeah, clearly. I shall not question the mechanics behind it because magic. But at the same time, I do see some corpses here. What died? More wolves. Alright, then what the hell is this place? I mean, it's a forge.
No ordinary forge. Medallion sensing magic. Ought to look around.
Yeah, what kind of forge would this have been? I mean, such mysterious chamber. Can definitely do that. Can definitely loot the place dry. Nah. Okay, I'll take that one later. Let's see, Slaughter of Sintra. Not really useful, but we can sell it if required. Also booze. Loving that. We got some bellows. We have some swords. And more booze. Or a rusty Skellige sword. Rusty Novigrad sword. And Velen. Wow. From all over the place. Now that looks like an illusion, sort of.
A blacksmith's bellows.
Stand down. Be gone. This place belongs to Ratmir.
Who the hell is Ratmir? Ratmir of Torcarnet is dead. Probably. Who are you?
Who are you?
I am fire. This forges soul. I am the flame that tempers steel.
Okay, did not expect that. I, however, have bad news, I guess. This Ratmir of Torcarnet, he be dead.
Radmir of Torcarnet? He was flayed alive during Falka's rebellion. A long time ago, that.
You lie.
If you say so. But I just want to look around. Do you mind? Probably.
Listen, just want to look around.
Intruder, I cannot allow this. I will not allow it.
Oh.
No, not allowed.
This is gonna be trouble. Oh, God. Wait, Ifrit. If that thing is fire, this... Oh, can I grab my steel sword? First things first, elemental oil, definitely. Okay, Ifrit. If it's a fire thing, this is gonna be similar to the thing that we face in Kira's lab. Okay. Okay, this is definitely not great. How about you have a superior northern wind bomb? Just chill out, friends. Please. Okay, and also, I definitely... I'm definitely having a little bit of an issue in regards to my science. I don't like this thing, I don't like this thing, I don't like this thing. Okay. Place this down. We'll have to cool him down properly, which will definitely work with arts, right? Yup. Okay. If you just stay on top of here, I'll be fine with that. As long as you don't hit me bloody well in the face. Okay, I really, really do not like this thing. Can you just stay on top of there? Do not hurt me. And I will very carefully sneak closer to you. Little bit too much fire, my friends. Little bit too much fire. Don't put away the sword when facing this massive behemoth. Thank you. Okay, can you please come down here? I know you're protecting the forge and whatnot, and that's exactly where you are right now. But you are definitely rather terrifying. Okay, just... Why am I putting my sword away again? Just... Gently kill this thing. Gently. Very gently. I don't think I have any more bombs. I don't think I have any more bombs, but okay. I do have some bombs still remaining. We should be able to kill this thing in time. Come on, Ifrit. No. I dislike this thing. You chill. No more fire from you. Though at the same time, I know I am at that rate just destroying this forge. Okay. Please just stay up there at this point in time. I have got the high ground. And you're coming back to my level. Okay. Not brilliant. Not brilliant. Can you please just die?
Fire's out. Let's see what's behind the hearth.
Yeah. First things first though, I definitely need to make sure that I can actually properly access my signs. Alright, I think that will do properly. Yup, that works just the way that I want things to work and expect things to work. Thank you very much. Glad to have that little issue solved. Which means, what would be hiding behind the hearth?
A Helene's eye. Ought to use it.
Yeah, let's at least not burn our feet while we're at it.
A secret compartment behind an illusion.
Oh, I'm gonna be very happy. Roach, however, definitely is not. Let's see what we got. Mastercrafted wolf. Wait, I just get the Mastercrafted wolf armor? What? I will take that. I can't wear that, right? And holy, I am definitely over encumbered. Yeah, I can't wear that for quite some time. Well, okay then. I will take that. That saves me an awful lot of money in the long run, because if the superior stuff, or the enhanced, yeah, if the superior stuff is already extremely expensive, how bloody expensive is Mastercrafted gear going to be? That will save me at least a little bit of money in the long run if I want to try out all the different armors. However, with that little secret now uncovered, it's time to very slowly, after taking even more stuff to carry along with us, very slowly, hope that Roach will forgive us for having to carry us all the way to Novigrad before we can finally sell some of this junk. Geralt followed the directions found in the tome's notes and arrived at an old iron mine. And after dispatching an earth elemental guardian, he found the tome could be used as a sort of key, opening a passageway leading to an old forge. To his great surprise, this forge began speaking to him. Though some might suspect the Witcher had merely breathed a bit too much of the musty mine air, he claimed an Ifrit, a fire elemental of some kind, had been used ages ago by a mage who created special equipment for the Wolf School Witchers. This elemental remained vigilant all these years after the mage's death, and thus Geralt had to defeat it in order to get at the secret stash of high quality gear hidden behind the forge. Alright, Roach, it's time for us to do this. Please don't be too upset. It is going to be quite the long journey.
And so, with Ciri's location now known, the end gets ever closer in sight, doesn't it? But I'd imagine that we've still got a long road ahead of us, especially when we consider the fact that there are still 2 DLCs.